Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. You guys, it is yet another normal, windy day up here in the high desert of Southern California. And I told you that I was going to start planting some stuff, and I also said that I was going to show you how I was going to go about that. So here I've already started planting things down in this bed. I planted corn and pumpkin, tomatoes, and birdhouse gourds. And hopefully, I'm hoping that my stuff will come up pretty quickly. The problem that I have, that I think all of us have at times when we're trying to grow stuff, is the weeds and the grasses grow a heck of a lot faster than the seeds we plant in the ground. So the grass is already seeking light and growing up through the holes that are open in this weed barrier. So I'm hoping, since it's corn and it's strong, it puts out strong shoots when it sprouts. So I'm hoping that that's gonna break through the grass that might be covering over it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many times I have to come out here and reseed. This guy is always at my feet. Also, I have this bed that I just finished working on. I planted tomatoes, cucumbers. I did plant cucumbers over here too, by the way. Tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, corn, peppers, onions, squash. So I have a number of things that I'm growing over here. And so today I am going to show you how I went about doing that, how I got these holes burned into my weed cloth, and how I set things up now on this bed. So that is my task today, is just to show that to you as I get this bed ready to plant in. And this bed is going to be the exact identical match of the types that are in that other bed that I showed you. It's going to have the same things, but just different varieties of those things. So I'm going to still put tomatoes and corn and beans and onions and peppers and all that stuff here, but it's just going to be different varieties of those types that I'm going to include on this bed and on that bed over there. And then that very far bed over there, I'm going to have other stuff, different stuff. So, and my main 3 beds right here, I'm going to have basically the same stuff, but just different varieties of those things. Okay, so now, with that all being said, I'm trying to keep my shadow out of the camera because this wind is blowing crazy and it's blowing my hair in crazy configurations. That's the only reason why I'm not showing my face right now. Because this wind, it does those things to me. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my tripod set up so I can show you guys the method to my madness when I plant stuff. And regardless if I use these weed cloths or if I just keep the dirt open like this and plant, I use basically the same type of method. I use markers to mark off where everything is going to be. So for instance, with these, I'll just place these. Oh, look at that. That's a baby praying mantis. Oh, that's cool. I hope he has a whole lot of siblings hanging around out here somewhere. So anyways, so I'll just place these everywhere that I want to put a hole to plant in. And so you'll see. I'll lay it out and then I'll come back and I'll show you how it looks all laid out. Okay, you guys, so everywhere where you see a little pebble is where I'm gonna burn holes for the corn to go in. And I did that all the way down. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way, well, there's several reasons why I'm doing it this way. And there's several reasons why I'm growing corn in my raised beds right here. Like right now you can see it's late afternoon and there's still some sun shining on these beds. They're not fully shaded. So the corn is going to help with shading for me. Especially in that bed, that far bed over there, it's all the way exposed to the sun and it doesn't get a whole lot of shade, and corn loves a lot of sun, and so corn is ideal for shading. So if you have beds that are exposed to a lot of sun, mid-afternoon to late afternoon, the harsh sun, then and you want to try and shade it, yeah, you can shade it with shade cloths, or like how I have trellises set up that helps with shading. But also you can grow things that love the sun and grow tall, so those items or those things will then become a natural shade for you, and it costs less. For me to use corn, which I was going to plant anyways and eat, it only costs less than pennies per kernel. So not only do I get to enjoy eating the corn, but it serves double duty for me, and it shades my peppers and my tomato plants and keeps them from getting sun scald during the hottest part of the summer. And then also I'm doing it this way because when you grow corn, it's never a good idea to grow it in a single line. It's always best to grow it in blocks. So here you see I have 3 rows, and this is basically a block right here. And so it helps with pollination. Now, the wind blows in my yard up over that fence right there and blows right through my garden here. And so that's why I have the corn only tucked behind the trellis here, because when stuff is growing on that trellis, it's going to serve as a windbreak and help keep my corn from falling over. So that's why there's no corn, no pebbles on the ends here. I'm going to put other stuff on the ends. The corn is only behind the trellis, being shielded from, well, it will be shielded from the winds that blow through here. And that's the same for this side as well. That's why you see I stopped. The corn is only in that middle section. So that is another reason why I'm doing it this way. So you guys, I'm always trying to figure out ways to grow things naturally and use them naturally to do the things that I need for my garden without spending a whole lot of money. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to demonstrate for you how I burn the holes in these in the weed barrier. I use my husband's heat gun right here. Okay, so there you see, those are the first holes that I burned here. Nice little round holes. The heat gun, when you start it on the first one, it takes it a little while to heat up, but once it does, you can go from 1 to 1 to 1 all the way down and work pretty quickly to get it all done. Now, some people use torches, propane torches and stuff, and that's fine. We have one too, and that's fine, but I like this because I can make the holes as big or as small as I want them to be, and it just works for me. So I am going to go ahead and finish putting the holes in this bed and planting this bed out, and then move on to other things in this garden that I need to do, because I still need to do this bed, and I still need to sort through tomato seedlings so that I can offer those up for sale once I get them all planted, and all the ones that I'm going to keep so that I can plant them in my bed. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead, and that is going to be it for this video. I said I was going to show you how I was going to set these beds up as I plant them, and that's exactly what I did. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it inspired you, or you learned something new, something helpful. That's something that is heavy on my heart every time I turn on this camera. I want it to be edifying to you guys. I want it to be inspiring to you guys, to start experimenting, trying new things, and growing your own food. So I have links in the description, affiliate links for the drip depot, for the drip irrigation, the drip tape that I'm using. I will put in the description the Vever, I think that's how you say them. I think that's how their name is said. That's where I got some of this weed cloth, because I'm using 2 different types. So the one in that bed over there is from Vever. The one in this bed right here I got from Lowe's in a big roll. Also for the raised beds that I'm using now, the steel bed that I have that I'm experimenting and using for the first time this growing season, there's affiliate link and discount codes for that as well. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. And as always, God bless.